Yo, the reason people quit isn't because they're lazy. I've been thinking about why people quit, why motivation disappears, and why starting from zero is so hard. Then I realized the hardest part isn't the work, it's continuing to work with no proof that it's paying off. And that's what I want to talk about today. Why does motivation disappear? I feel like because motivation is an emotion. Emotions come and go. Excitement wears off, the goals feel far away, and life gets stressful. It all happens to a lot of us. People mostly rely on feelings instead of systems. That's why in my previous video, I stated that people should get 10 non-negotiables. Once you have a routine, things become easier and it doesn't feel like a forceful thing, if that makes sense. People also lose sight of their why. The reason behind what you're doing becomes blurry, and then you lose sight of the end goal. And for much simpler terms, motivation is I want to, and discipline is I'm doing it anyways. That's as simple as I could put it for y'all. But how to cure all of that is to keep showing up. Motivation is results, but you only get that over time as long as you keep showing up. This is what I do when I don't feel like creating. I remove the decision and so basically that means I remove me being able to negotiate with myself. Instead of saying I should record today, I say, what am I going to record today? That way, I'm no longer debating with my feelings. I'm setting standards for myself. Not setting standards, but following standards, I should say. So yeah, I'm not setting, but I'm following. If you say that means the same, to each his own. But yeah, just like getting up and getting ready for work, you don't want to do them, but in your mind, they say it's not optional. Just like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, in your mind, that's not optional. You know you went outside and sweat, so you gotta go take a shower. That's not optional. So basically what I'm saying is discipline is not forcing yourself to do something every day. It's making a decision once so you won't have to keep forcing yourself to do them over and over again. It becomes a habit. And that is how I force myself every day to upload. They ain't got me stuttering and stuff. But yeah, that's how I force myself every day to upload. It's gonna soon become a routine, incorporated into my routine. I'm no longer forcing myself. I'm doing it off instinct. So now we on the topic of the reality of building something from zero. And when you're building something from zero, it's not gonna look like it's working even when it is. You're gonna put in a lot of effort that you probably won't get back at first. Just like me uploading these videos, I'm not getting a lot of views that I'm expecting, but in the end, it's gonna pay out. Because in my mind, it doesn't mean that the video isn't working. I'm just at this stage where I'm having to earn my views. So also use that mindset if you're starting a channel as well. You have to earn your views. You have to earn your subscribers. You have to earn that support. You feel me? Nobody's gonna watch somebody who puts up 1 point a game. You have to train and train and train, and nobody's seeing that training in the background. But once you get to that game and you score 15, and then you score 30, or you score 20 per game, now you're earning this audience that's wanting to come and see you. If that makes sense to y'all. I'll be trying to break this stuff down for y'all. So let me know in the comments, man, if it's making sense or you appreciate how I'm breaking it down to y'all. And I say all that to say also that nobody is obligated to be your audience. Like, you have to earn that. The next one is you're gonna question yourself. I also wrote my bullet points down. I'm gonna read this off because I seen this and it just stood out to me, because everybody always hits this point, even you. I know some of y'all have also hit this point. It says almost everyone who is building something meaningful has moments where they've wondered if they're wasting their time. But that doesn't mean that you should quit. It means you should keep doing. You're doing something uncertain, uneasy, if that makes sense. My bad for the, you know what I'm saying, stuttering, but yeah, that's all that means, bro. Don't quit. And then it says also, one way to think about it is like, it's like planting a tree. For a long time, all you see is dirt. That doesn't mean nothing is happening. The roots are growing before the tree is visible. So right now, I'm planting my roots, planting all my roots. And then eventually that tree is gonna come. So the main key I wanted y'all to understand is the hardest part isn't starting from zero, or the hardest part from starting from zero isn't putting in the work. It's putting in the work without seeing the results immediately. And also, I was also thinking like, man, work has trained us to expect a payout after everything we do. Like, no, sometimes, like, you're not gonna get muscle one day from the gym. You gotta build that up. You gotta continue to show up, and then you'll see them type of results. So I had to break that down to my type of terms when I looked at that and I seen it. I'm like, okay, so it's not starting from zero, or it's not putting in that work. That's the hardest part. It's not. It's putting in that work and not getting the payout. So maybe consistency isn't about becoming more motivated. Maybe it's about accepting that the reward doesn't always come immediately. Maybe consistency is about waking up every day and deciding today's work is still worth doing, even if today's results don't even show it, bro. Because I feel like one day people are gonna look at my success or your success or anybody's. People look at people's success and think it happens overnight, when in reality it really didn't. They didn't see that work you put in, all the tears, the grind, the hurting days, like the tired days, all of that. People didn't see none of that. And there was no paycheck, no proof that none of that was gonna work. But you'll know that that's where all of that was built. And you continue to keep going. So keep going, y'all, man. Remember, this is not a script. This is progress. Keep showing y'all love, man.